All right, so the last thing I want to go through with you guys is the heart. So when we're looking at our heart, remember we can palpate both sides of our heart and we can feel on the ventricles, we can feel which one feels thicker. This one feels thicker, this one feels thinner. So this over here is my right side of my heart. All right, so we have dissected through the right side of the heart, as you can see. So I think if you guys look right here, you can appreciate that down here is your ventricle and up here is your atrium. What I want you guys to appreciate is these structures right here. They're really thin, almost like onion skin, little leaflets. And you notice you've got 1, 2, 3 of them. You can really see them nicely right there. Those are going to be, you're on the right side of your heart because it's thinner. Those are going to be your right AV or atrioventricular valve, which we call the tricuspid valve. Remember the saying, you have to try before you buy, and once you buy it, it's mine. So on the right side of your heart, the first side of your heart, you have the tricuspid valve. On the left side over here, you have the bicuspid valve, which is also called the mitral valve. All right, so I've got my atria up here. I've got my little blind pouch, otherwise known as my auricle, all right? And then I've got my tricuspid valve. I want you to notice these small little strings that attach my tricuspid valve down to my papillary muscles. Those are called the chordae tendineae. All right, now in this particular heart, we're still in the right ventricle, but you can see right here, I have dissected on the other side of that AV valve. And what I dissected into, leaving the right ventricle, going to the heart, you can see right here is your pulmonary trunk, leading to your pulmonary artery. So as I flip this open, what I'm hoping you guys can appreciate now is 1, 2, 3 little half moons. I don't know if you can really appreciate those, but these little half moons right here, those are your semilunar valves. This is your pulmonary trunk because it's leaving your right ventricle, so that is your pulmonary semilunar valve. Now, as I opened up into my left side of my heart, you can see just how much thicker the muscle is here on my left side of my heart. I have a valve that's got 2 major leaflets, 1, 2. That's my bicuspid valve, otherwise known as my mitral valve. Still have my chordae tendineae. Now, if I were to have dissected, I could have easily went up this way, and what you noticed is I stick my probe up in there, I come up to this vessel right here, and so I went through my aortic semilunar valve into my aorta right here. So as I come out my aorta, I've got the branches of my aorta we went through on the thoracic one, but I've got my my right subclavian, both my carotids, and my left subclavian, and then my aorta continues on down. All right. So if I look on the back side of my heart, I notice I've got these 2 blue vessels that are emptying into my right atrium. These 2 blue vessels are my superior on the top and inferior on the bottom vena cavas. All right, so for the heart, I really want you guys to be familiar with the valves. I want you to be familiar with the right versus the left, and I really want you to be familiar with the great vessels. So we've got the aorta, we've got the pulmonary, we've got the superior and inferior vena cavas, and then if we come over here to the left atrium, then we could trace out these right here, which are my pulmonary veins. All right, you can see that one right there entering into the left aorta. Okay, thank you guys very much.